You made it! Well, that is all kinds of shiny, my friend, since I've got a story worth of telling. Y'all got ears to hear it, that is. There's love, anger, comedy, confusion, and a host of other emotion-like items that march about under the guises of some sort of morality. Now, I ain't here to promise anything life-changing. Well, I'm not even sure there's a point to the tale you're about to hear. But what can promise you, in all the earnestness that I can manage to muster on this God-forsaken ball of mud, is that y'all will be entertained. And I can say that because I was there when all these happenings happened. Now mind, there were a host of personalities bouncing about, and some of the finer details might have been lost or remembered in a different fashion than what they actually occurred. So, it's alright, because that's just how this story's going to be recalled. Now, there's one man in the entire verse who begs to have his story told, even though he'd hate that we was telling it. This man that we all come to refer to as, at one point or another, the hero of Canton, the man they call Jayne.
Come on, admit it, it's true.
No, I won't, because it's not. I use swear words just like anybody else.
Oh, really? See, because I never heard you. So what is it you do all this cussing? Is it after I go to bed, or
I
is it...
swear when it's appropriate.
Simon, the whole point of swearing is that it ain't appropriate. Oh, hey there, Nora. Heading off to some glamorous romance?
Let's hope so. See you two tomorrow. Don't let Mal get you into too much trouble while I'm gone.
Bye now. Have good sex. What?
Oh!
Now this would be a perfect time for a swear word.
What happened here?
I needed to find some tape.
So you had to tear apart my entire infirmary.
Apparently.
My God, you're like a trained ape. Without the training.
Jayne! I told you we're sitting down at the Canton factory settlement on Higgins Moon.
Yes, sir, that you did.
Canton don't allow guns in their town.
Yes, sir. That's why I ain't strapping one to my hip.
Well, that's why you ain't strapping one anywhere.
Oh, listen, Mal, I was in Canton a few years back. I might have made me a couple enemies thereabouts.
Enemies? You? No, how can it be?
I just don't like the idea of going in there empty-handed is all.
Why are you still arguing what's been decided?
Yes, yes. This is a fertile land. We will rule over all this land. And we will call it this land.
I think we should call it your grave.
Ah, curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
Mine is an evil laugh. Now die! Oh, God up in heaven!
Planet's coming up on my fast.
That's just because I'm coming down too quick. Ugly crash and kill us all.
Well, that happens. You let me know.
I'm a leaf on the wind.
What does that mean exactly?
It means... means I'm probably worth at least twice what you're paying me to be pulling off a maneuver like the masterful artisan stroke you were just privy to, Mal. Captain it is.
Meaning, that wasn't you playing with these lizardy, toy-like items a moment ago, almost crashing us into this moon?
You know, on second thought, perhaps discussing the raise would be more appropriate after we finish this harrowing caper at hand. What is it again that we're going to be dashing off to find? Somebody wants to give us piles and piles of... Oh my God, what does it smell?
Canton really stinks.
That's what makes it such a great drop point. No one comes here that doesn't have to.
I vote we do this job really, really fast.
Kessler's our man. He's holding the goods we're delivering. We get in, make contact, easy peasy. Zoe, you be holding them a fort. Call ahead to Bernoulli and tell him we'll have his goods by the end of the week.
Don't I usually stay with the ship?
I outrank you. Have fun.
So this is a place where they make mud.
Yep. Well, clay, really. You'd be surprised how many things it ends up in. Serenity's got more than a few ceramic parts in her.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Canton, don't you think Simon should come with us?
Oh, Kaylee, I don't
You
think...
go on, boy. See the sights. I can watch over your sister. I believe we've been developing a rapport.
I don't know. River can
Go
be...
on. I'm a shepherd after all. I should be able to keep my eye on a flock of one.
Won't be going far, Doctor, and you might maybe make yourself useful this time.
Come again?
Well, the management here don't take kindly to sightseers, which is why we're posing as buyers. And there ain't one of us looks the part more than the good doctor here. Why, the pretty fits, soft hands, definitely a moneyed individual, all rich and lily white, pasty all over.
All right. Fine, I'll go. Just stop describing me.
You're the boss. Boss.
Wait, he's the boss now? This day just keeps getting better and better.
Mutters! I want to see more muttering and less muttering. You want to see your families again? Boy, keep digging. Faster, smarter, better. Excuse me. Area employees only. You best be getting back to the landing unless you have business here.
Yes.
You!
Yes, I am looking to buy some mud.
Well then, you've come to the right place. Of course we can handle any volume here. We have over 2,000 workers, most of them indentured. We pay them next to nothing so that we can pass the savings on to you, the customer.
Savings, that's great, because, well, like I said before, I'm looking to buy quite a bit of it. I'm a buyer.
Yeah, it's the best of its kind. We mix it, we brick it raw right here on the premise. You add the right catalyst, you kiln it proper. This stuff's 10 times the strength of steel, half the weight.
Yes, I've heard great things about,
Excuse me!
about the mud.
What happened to Simon? Who is this diabolical master of disguise?
Learning.
Excuse me, boss. Sure, the foreman here has things need attended. Let's say we wander a bit, check out the operation. Then you can figure on whether we get an account here.
Yeah. Oh, yes. We'll wander a bit.
Fair enough. Come see me when you're through.
All right, let's get to Worker Town, find our man Kessler, get this job done.
Boy's gonna get us killed. Let's just do this job and get.
As funny as yours. Who are you supposed to be anyway?
You haven't been here in years, Jayne. Really think you need that get up? Nobody's gonna remember you.
I think it's possible they might.
Son of a bitch.
Jayne,
Yeah?
you want to tell me how come there's a statue of you here looking at me like I owe him something?
I'm wishing I could, Captain.
No, seriously, Jayne, you want to tell me?
Look, Mal, I got no rotten idea. I mean, I was here a few years back. Stole a lot of scratch from the magistrate up on the hill, but things went way south. I had to hightail it. They don't build a statue in town square for that.
Yeah, except I'm looking at some fair compelling evidence that says they did.
This must be what going mad feels like.
I think they captured him, though. You know, captured his essence.
He's sort of angry, don't he?
That's kind of what I meant.
On duty! Shift 4! On duty!
Hey, I've got an idea. How's about instead of standing around till I get pinched by the man, we move away from this eerie-ass piece of work and continue on with our increasingly eerie-ass day.
I don't know. This here's a spectacle might warrant a moment's consideration.
Everywhere I go, his eyes keep following.
Come on, Go Rabbit. We got a job to do. Let's do it and get. Hey, cross the magistrate of this company town. He ain't exactly a forgiving sort of guy, understand?
What are we up to, sweetheart?
Fixing your Bible.
What?
The Bible's broken. False logistics, contradictions, doesn't make sense.
No. See, you can't just...
So we'll integrate non-progressional evolution theory with God's creation of Eden. 11 inherent metaphorical parallels already there. 11, important number, prime number. 1 goes into the house of 11 11 times, but always comes out 1. Noah's Ark is a problem.
Really?
We'll have to call it early quantum state phenomenon. Only way to fit 5,000 species of mammal on the same boat.
Give me that river. You don't fix the Bible.
It's broken. It doesn't make sense. This whole conclusion is fallacious.
It's not about making sense. It's about believing in something and letting that belief be real enough to change your life. It's about faith. You don't fix faith, River. It fixes you. You hang on to those now.
It can't be a statue of me. There's no reason for it. It flies in the face of every kind of sense.
Won't argue with that.
What kind of rotten food is this?
They call it mother's milk. All the proteins, vitamins, and carbs of your grandma's best turkey dinner.
You.
Plus 15% alcohol.
It's horrific.
Well, it worked for the Egyptians.
How's that?
Well, the ancient Egyptians, back on Earth it was. It's not so different from the ancestral form of beer they fed their slaves to build their pyramids. It's liquid bread. It kept them from starving and knocked them out at night so they wouldn't be inclined to insurrection.
Wow, Simon, that was so historical.
All the bars and all the moons and all the verse. Badger just happens to walk into the one we're at.
Shake your head! Your eyes are stuck!
Well, if it isn't my least favorite captain. You're looking for Kessler.
Just having a brew, Badger.
I knew a Kessler.
New?
He was a good middleman, low profile, didn't filch. Last week the foreman and a prod crew out he was moving contraband across town. Might have been a job I did or did not set into motion. Got him into a peck of trouble.
What kind of peck was that?
The kind with hack off your hands and feet and roll you into the bogue.
They peck pretty hard around here.
Listen, Badger, I got a client off-world waiting for this delivery. If the goods are
Not
gone...
to worry. Your merchandise is still here, safe in Kessler's hiding spot. Now, we just have to figure out a way to get you across town without the foreman and the prod crew noticing. I suggest we all lie low for a little while.
Jayne! Then they call Jayne! He robbed from the rich and he gave to the poor. Stood up to the man and he did what for. I got for him now, ain't hard to explain. The hero of Canton, the man they call Jayne. Jayne's on the mother's back springing. Sure did. It's all the mother's lament. It's all the magistrate taking. Every dollar and leaving 5 cents.
do that to my people.
No, you can't!
Don't keep them from under your heel. Strapped on his hat and in 5 seconds flat. So everything floating as a steel. Rob from the rich and he gave to the poor. Stood up to the man and he gave him what for. Our love for him now ain't hard to explain. The hero of Canton, the man they call Jayne.
Woo! Have a light, son.
Here is what separates heroes.
Sing it loud.
From common folk like you and I. The man they call Jayne, he turned around his plane and let that money hit the sky. Dropped it onto our houses. Dropped it into our yard. The man they call Jayne, he turned around his plane and headed out for the stars. Right from the rich and he gave to the poor. Stood out to the man and he gave him what for. Our love for him now ain't hard to explain. The hero of Canton, the man they call Jayne.
That's good. Good like sound. That's mountain.
Jayne?
Yeah?
Got any light you'd like to shed on this here development?
No.
No, this must be what going mad feels like.
I'll be go rammed. That's where the cash must have went. I stole all the money from Higgins, just like the song said. Lifted me one of his hovercraft, but I got tagged by anti-aircraft and started losing altitude. I had to ditch all them strong boxes to stay airborne. Oh, 60,000 untraceable. I had to go and drop it smack dab in the middle of Mud Farmer Central.
We gotta go to the crappy town where I'm the hero.
Captain, now that they're off the subject of me, how's about we get the hell out of here, Button Butters?
I'd say that's a reasonable request, given the circumstances.
Give me a milk.
Don't you understand? He's back! It's Jayne!
Ain't no hero kid's gonna be drinking that stinking horse piss.
Hell no!
He drinks the finest whiskey of the house.
Yep.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on here? This explains a lot, Mal. This is how you all generally lie low.
No, Badger, this is not generally how I take a liking to lay low.
Listen, friend. I came here to make sure deer were down solid and not to get chopped up by the Canton prod crew and fed to the bow.
Well, I understand your concerns, friend. This here's all part of the new plan.
How exactly is this
Still
part of-
working the details.
Nara, it's a pleasure to meet you in person. Welcome to my planet. Allow me to introduce my son, Fess Higgins. Boy.
Hello, Fess. Mr. Higgins, this shuttle is a place of union. I'm sure you can appreciate.
What is this? I brought you here to bed my son, not throw him a tea party.
Sir, the companion greeting ceremony is a ritual with
That's enough.
centuries of tradition.
My son is 26 years old and he ain't yet a man. 26!
And well, since he can't find a willing woman himself...
Mr. Higgins, you're not allowed here.
Excuse me?
As I've said, this room is a consecrated place of union. Only your son belongs
Well,
here.
now I'm...
Now why don't you be on your way and let us begin?
Now listen here, young lady.
Good night, Mr. Higgins. Well, it's a bit more peaceful. What did you say?
This whole thing is embarrassing. Father right again, I guess. I have to bring you here.
Your father's not right, Bess. It's not embarrassing to be a virgin. It's simply one state of being. As far as bringing me here, companions choose the people they're to be with very carefully. For example, if your father had asked me to come here for him, I wouldn't have.
Really?
Really, Fess. You're different from him. The more you accept that, the stronger you'll become.
I tore these out of your symbol and they turned into paper, but I wanted to put them back.
I'm sorry,
so
what was that?
River, come back!
Preacher! What the hell did you stick on? Whoa! Oh. To Jayne! To Jayne! To me! To
Mutters! You know, I've saved lives. Dozens. Hundreds maybe. I reattached a girl's leg. Her whole leg. She named her hamster after me. He drops a box of money and he gets a town.
Hamsters is nice.
To Jayne, the box-dropping, man-ape gone wrong thing.
You're pretty funny.
You're pretty...
What did you say?
I just said you're pretty is all. Even when you're... No, especially when you're covered in engine grease.
Alright, it's time to get out of this nut house. We got some planning to work out.
Now, Captain? Things are going so well.
I suppose so. Jayne's certainly pleased with life right now.
No, Captain. Things are going well.
Oh! Well. Well. Tell you what. Jayne's stuck here with his adoring masses. Let's say you and Simon stay here and keep an eye on him for me.
They say the ceiling will cave in. Her brains are in terrible danger.
River, why don't you come out?
No, I can't. Too much hair.
Is that it?
Hell yes, preacher. I have stuff to get done. I'd be in there with her.
It's the rules of my order. Like the book, it symbolizes
Uh-huh. River, honey, she's putting the hair away now.
It'll still be there.
River, I'm putting it up. See?
Honey, we're home.
Where you guys been? Mal, Bernoulli's chomping at the bit. Says he wants his merchandise yesterday.
Well, we got a few wrinkles to work out on the deal.
Did you know that Jayne is a bona fide folk hero? He's got a song and everything.
What? Your face is all red.
No, your face is all red. Ready, McFacerson?
Husband, you've been drinking.
That he has. Don't make what he said any less the case.
You mean to tell me that Jayne...
It's true. True enough. We can use it, though. We talked a few pillars of the mutter community into having a sort of Jayne Day celebration in the town square tomorrow. Should buy Alas, enough of a distraction to get the stolen goods past the foreman and her crew of props.
You're gonna have to start again. Jayne's a what?
So, the magistrate, he just let you keep all that cash?
He did, and I pained him, that's for dead sure. When I found out, he tried to send his prods in to come and take it back from us. But the workers resisted.
Yeah. Fought the law, huh?
And if the murders are together on the thing, there are too many of us to be put down. So in the end, he just calls it a bonus.
That's one hell of a bonus.
Yeah.
Oh, and then when we put that statue of you up in the middle of town square, he rolled in, tried to tear it down, put the whole town right in.
You all had a riot?
Mm-hmm.
On account of me?
Sure did.
A real riot?
Real enough. Use your words, son. It's okay.
I can't believe you, Bear!
How could I stay away?
Magistrate Higgins!
My son is out there, I pray to God, losing his cherry.
There's trouble in Worker Town, sir. Jayne cops come back.
Really? Curious. Evening, Stitch.
What do you want from me?
Nothing. You've done your time, you paid your debt. It's time you were on your way. Woman?
Excuse me, sir.
I believe this is yours.
You keep me in that box 4 years, which as it turns out, I could have probably broken out of. I don't thought to just stand up. Give me a loaded gun.
You got the urge to use it, no doubt. But I'm not the one that brought you in on that robbery. I'm not the one that partnered up with you and then turned on you when his plan went south. How high up was that shuttle when he pushed you out? 30 feet. Jayne Cobb cost you 4 years of your life. And a perfectly good eyeball. But here's the poetical portion. He's back in town this very day. Best of luck in your new life.
Oh, hey, Captain. Oh, Canton!
Oh, hey, Mal. Oh, Mal! Nothing happened. Well, there was some drinking, but we certainly didn't... I would never. Well, not with Kaylee.
Oh, I would.
What do you mean, no, with me?
Yeah, okay. Where's my hero?
My love for me now ain't hard to explain. The hero of Canton, the man they call me. Eggs. The living legend needs eggs. Maybe another milk.
Come right up.
No, the living legend's gotta come with us. He's got a little appearance to make.
He does?
Yeah, this deal's gone way past long enough.
Yeah, all right. I'm sorry. I've got me important hero type stuff to attend to.
Where are you going?
Well, I'm going with you.
I don't think so. No, maybe you ought to stay here. It's about time for a civilized person to have his breakfast. That's the sort of thing that would be appropriate, don't you think?
Excuse me. Could I see a man?
What?
You're very quiet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just thought it'd feel different. After. I'm supposed to be a man now?
A man is just a boy who's old enough to ask that question. Our time together, it's a ritual, a symbol. It means something to your father. Hope it was not entirely forgettable for you.
No, it wasn't.
But it doesn't make you a man. You do that yourself.
Bess Higgins! The hero made the mistake of showing his face around here again. We got a criminal trial to get started.
A criminal trial?
Yeah, you see, there's this man, happened when I was growing up here. Stole a ton of money from my dad, gave it to the poor, father's workers. He's become kind of a folk hero in Canton.
Go on.
Well, I guess he's back, apparently. This has been within the last day or so.
In the last year. Oh no, I know this man. He just has this idiotic sense of nobility, you know? He can never just let things go. He thinks he's this hard-hearted criminal and he can be unrelenting. But there's a side to him that's just so...
You mean you actually know Jayne?
Jayne. Jayne Cobb? You're talking about Jayne Cobb?
Yes, Jayne Cobb, the hero of Canton. The only person I ever saw stood up to my father. My dad probably had him traced back to his ship, which means you have port control, put a landlock on him. And he'll come back and find out that he's grounded. Sort of hate the idea of him getting caught.
Yes, that would be bad.
Good. Could I just get the check, please?
Heard tell you run with Jayne Cobb.
Excuse me?
Gonna take me to that dirty, low-down shingle of a man.
Listen, sir.
Sir! Look at me, you panty-waist idiot. I just spent the last 4 years steaming in a hot box. And you're sirring me? The folks say you're part of Jayne's team. So where is that no-good reptile hiding himself? Tell me, boy, or I'll cut off every last bit of them good looks.
I'm no good with words. I don't have much use for them myself. But I want to thank you all for being here and for thinking so much of me. As far as I see it, you all been given the shortest end of the stick ever offered a human soul in this crap hill verse. But you took that end and well, you took it. I guess that's something.
Damn, that's big sand.
Wasn't half bad.
I'm shocked my own self.
Oh, it's good! Ain't no guns allowed, kid!
Stitch Hessian.
Well, hey there, Jayne. Thought I'd make you watch while I butcher me one of your boys.
He ain't one of mine. Where you been hiding? You gone and got yourself looking mighty hideous.
Yeah. So what's this about a hero of Canton? Was I hearing that right? 4 years of lockdown plays tricks on the ear.
I ain't a hero, Stitch. I'm just a working stiff like you.
Yeah. He's right. Jayne is. We used to work together, he and I. Now, why don't you just let old Stitch speak his piece?
Well, go on then.
Whole lot of money in a magistrate's safe. Weren't there, Jayne? Got away clean, too. But then our plane took a hit, and we're going down. We dumped the fuel reserve, dumped the life support, hell, we even dumped the seats. Then there's Jayne, the money, and me. And there was no way he was dropping that money.
It did. He dropped it on the money.
You inbred dunghead! He tossed me out first. For 6 months, we run together. He turned me out before I could scream.
You'd have done the same.
No! Never. You protect the man you're with. You watch his back. Everybody knows that. Well, except for the hero of Canton.
You gonna talk me to death, buddy? Is that the plan?
This is the plan.
Get up! Get up, you stupid! What did you do that for? Didn't you hear a word he said? All of you. You think there's someone just gonna drop money on you? Money they could use? Well, there ain't people like that in this verse. There's just people like me.
Wash! Goods are on board. What are we still doing on this mud ball?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Hello, Wash. Has there been a problem with takeoff?
Is there a problem? Is there a problem? No. We're fine.
You did what?
I sent an override to port control. Put the landlock on Serenity.
I gotta wipe that smile off your head. How dare you defy me?
You wanted to make a man out of me, Dad. I guess it worked.
You can't be letting men stomp on you so much.
Well, that wasn't exactly the plan.
You ain't weak. You couldn't fight back? Or would that not have been appropriate?
You're never gonna let that go, are you?
You just confound me some is all. You like me well enough and we get along and you go all stiff.
It's not...
See, look, you're doing it again. What is so damn important about being proper? Don't mean nothing out here in the verse.
It means more out here. It's all I have. With my way of being polite, or however it's... Well, it's the only way I have of showing you that I like you. I'm showing you respect.
So when we made love last night...
When we what?
Oh.
You really are such an easy mark.
What do you have to go and do that for, Mal? Jumping in for that shocking blast? Hell, there ain't a one of them down there that understood what happened. Probably sticking that statue right back up.
Most like.
Don't know why that bothers me so. It don't make no sense.
It's my estimation that every man ever had a statue made out of him was one kind of sumbitch or another. And about you, Jayne, about what they need.
And so, anyone can be a hero, no matter how much of an incompetent ball of crap they've been their entire life?
I reckon so.
Huh. So even you could be a hero now.
No, I didn't mean to imply that. What I meant to say
And so it was that Jayne and the rest of Serenity's crew learned a valuable lesson that day on Canton. A lesson that they would take to their hearts and never forget for all the rest of their days. A lesson that clearly spells out how morality... Ow! God, rude! I'm all right.
You were saying something, Mal?
Nope. Nothing at all. You surely seem to have gotten all you were going to get out of that conversation.
I'm gonna go clean my guns.